It has two lights flashing.
Yeah.
I forgot which one it was, but one of them is CPU, and I think the other is the DRAM light.
Okay.
And in order to actually get the computer to start, I have to power it off and then on again.
Okay.
And then it'll boot.
Got it.
Goodbye.
Okay, so let's see how this does it. Let's plug it in and see how it performs. So I'm going to plug in to, that's off. Now I'm going to plug in the keyboard.
I like the new place, man.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm still organizing. I've been here less than a few weeks. So, just because I can't stop working, I haven't had time to dedicate to cleaning up. But I'm almost there. So, I'm going to fire it up and see if it gives us a display. Okay, notice your fans here are not spinning up. Okay, we have a display.
Oh, now they stop.
Yeah, well, it might be a setup thing. You might have asked it to do that.
No, it's spinning fine.
Let's see. All right, so. Okay, we have a desktop. All I did was turn it on.
Okay.
You said something. You have to do something normally to get to that point?
Yeah. So if you were to shut it off right now,
Yeah.
then start it back up, it shouldn't turn on unless you fully power it off after turning it on.
Wait, say that again?
So, here.
It's all right, yeah.
If
Because
you,
all I did was plug it in and it came up.
yeah. So if you shut it down right now,
Yeah.
Shut it down how?
Go ahead, do it.
never used a mouse like this.
Oh, okay, so you wanted to shut it down, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is not plugged in yet? No, it's not. I didn't plug in a mouse.
Kill the ball is the mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna just shut it down, and you're telling me it should not come back up?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we do a proper shutdown, let's see how this. Oh, your fans are spinning now. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do a shutdown.
I'm gonna
All I
take
did
a
was
seat
plug
if
it
you
in.
don't
Yeah,
mind.
that's fine. I'm gonna get some good seats for everyone once I get some order in here. Okay, so you're telling me if I try to turn it on,
It
won't turn on?
Right. It will not unless you turn it on and then flip the power switch and turn it back
let's
on.
try it again. Okay, cool.
Right. So the lights are on.
Got it. Okay. Oh, those lights right there.
Right. The arrow lights.
So in order to get this to come back up, I'm going to have to toggle the power button on. Okay, I think this is a power saving feature. Let's do what you said to get it on, and then let's. Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. So if we let it sit, it's not going to come to life, you're telling me?
Nope, it has not from my experience. I've left it on for,
A while.
yeah.
Okay, so at least now that I've seen it predictable, you've described how it performs, and now we're not getting a display. Got it. Okay, so if I flip the switch
Mhm.
and then turn it on, it'll be all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go there and turn it on.
No, it starts off with the lights, but then
Yeah.
they should blink.
Interesting.
Yeah. Then they blink, and now it's fun.
Okay. Let's see if there's a BIOS update available.
Okay.
Okay, so let's plug in the Ethernet. Is that the only problem? This thing's 100% usable otherwise?
Sometimes it randomly bricks up, but I think that's because of the heat.
You think it's overheating?
I think so. Because when it's running just BIOS right now,
Yeah.
last I checked it was 54 Celsius.
Which utility are you using to check the temperature?
Specky.
Okay. So you think maybe your water pump isn't working properly?
I thought that I keep it on the floor and we live in a house with a cat. So I was thinking that possibly the heatsink is just dirty.
Well, okay, so it doesn't look like you have much grime in there.
If if you were to take off the front plate and run your finger along it,
Oh, that.
yeah.
Well, again, up front, I don't see that that's obvious. Does this just
Yeah.
pop off?
You have to take off both side plates, unfortunately.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and
Yeah.
let's do that. Put these in your pocket. And then we'll put these aside.
This place is nice and air conditioned.
Yeah, that other place, I didn't have air conditioning.
I'd fall asleep in here. I'd have a hard time getting work done.
Well, yeah, it's a lot less angsty in the other place. I felt like I was in a closet. Okay, so now you're telling me I should be able to pop this off?
Yeah. It's.
Ah,
Yeah,
got it.
there you go.
Okay. Well, again, I don't see any grime really. Yeah, that's actually not that bad. I've seen way worse. Yeah. Okay, so I don't see.
What does bricking out mean, Kale? It just shuts down?
It's not that it shuts down; it just freezes. And
It
won't-
gets stuck, yeah.
In order to fix it from that, I have to hold the power button until it fully shuts down, or flip the power switch. But it just freezes up, and then I can move the mouse, but nothing happens. If I click on something, it doesn't open. You can't even shut down from Windows if you have the option. You click, it registers the click, but nothing happens. It just spins the shutting down forever.
That's why am I not able to type? That's weird. That's weird.
I've never had that issue.
That's really weird. This keyboard, I know.
Do you use a keyboard now?
Yeah, I do. I have the keyboard on my desk. Yeah.
Oh, there. That was weird. Okay, so let's do control panel.
Oh, that's right. You like the game with the keyboard, right?
So now I'm going to go to power settings. Tell me more. Power saver. Change when the power goes to sleep. Show additional plans. I'm thinking it's a power supply issue, a power
Saving.
saving issue, yeah.
Mhm.
High performance. Well, that's strange. Oh, there we are. Okay, so when we shut down, press the, change settings that are currently available. There we are. Let's try this. Define the power buttons and turn the power password protection on. So the checkbox. Wait, you see what I'm doing here? I'm in the control panel for the power options, and I'm unchecking that box for turn on fast startup recommended. I'm turning it off.
Okay.
I'm going to turn off the sleep function also. So if I restart, will that be a problem?
No, that should be fine.
But if I shut down, it should, right? It normally is.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So if I shut down, I should have that issue again, right?
In theory, yes.
Yeah, okay, so I just changed some settings. Let me see if that fixes this.
Restarting also does, actually.
Okay.
I misunderstood, but yeah.
It's all right. So let's shut it down, turn it on. That's an interesting issue. Okay, so now it's off. Let's wait for the fans to stop spinning. Now let's turn it on.
This is a good idea. This is cool. Where do you get this?
Oh, just anywhere on Amazon. Just Workbench, rubber, I don't know what you would call those. It's been a while. Those are older. So yeah, I changed the settings for the power and it's still giving us grief. Let me, where's my phone? Let me do some Googling here. Okay, at least that we're consistently getting the same issue. Okay, so what we need to do is computer. How would you Google that? Computer doesn't turn on no, that's not what I want. Does not turn on after I shut down Oh, so someone else, that's an ROG motherboard, right? An Asus?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on Tom's Hardware and it's an issue. I'm just looking for potential other issues. Or other people with the same issue, I mean. Okay, yeah, so this is a fairly common problem. Although no one's giving me a fix. Hands down to top credit card. Always hack. Forget my. Oh, these are ads.
I remember finding one potential solution online, which was that the motherboard came with the wrong BIOS already installed.
Right. Do you know what version of the BIOS is in there right now?
I don't.
Have you been to Asus's website to see what the latest is versus what's installed?
No.
We can do that now. You want to go ahead and get it fired up and we'll do that?
Sure.
Let me see here. I'd do it.
Did Tyler tweak with the BIOS, Kale?
He did, but that's.
No, I think this was a glitch. It's beyond. I don't think we're dealing with bad hardware. We got a configuration issue, which might include, like what he said, a BIOS update might be necessary.
The reason I'm bringing that up is when he first built it, even before he put the water cooler on,
Yeah.
the thing was running really, really hot.
Right.
And my friend's son, who's that dark web guy I told you
Yeah.
about last time,
Right.
he went in and tweaked with the BIOS and temperature went down, but it
Right.
didn't go down enough.
Right.
And then we put that water cooler on and went down even more.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if Tyler maybe didn't completely.
There is one fix that might work for it. I have the fans on silent mode right now, but
Yeah.
if I just turn them onto a faster setting, it might help.
Well, I don't think it's an overheating issue. I think this is a configuration issue. Let's see if we have another BIOS to update to. We'll just go to Asus's website. Do you have the Asus utility installed? So we don't have to actually. Let me
I
see
don't
for a
think so.
second.
Here.
Let me see what our options are. Oh, that's the IQ software. That's the NVIDIA iSteel. Riot
How old is your dog, Chris?
9. He's getting up there.
Yeah.
Okay, we want to go to the support. We want to do drivers and manuals. We want want to do. No, we don't want to do that. They don't have a utility that does an auto scan. What model of motherboard is this? This is the.
Oh, if you open up the spec key, it should. That's how I always tell.
Okay, it's an yeah. Spec key. Oh, I didn't type the S. There it is. Okay, the numbers are all yellow. That's a good sign.
Mm-hmm. If it hits 60 and above, it goes red.
Right.
Which,
Motherboard.
whenever I'm like, even just watching YouTube, sometimes it dips into red right now, which wasn't
Got
always a
it.
problem.
Well, I wonder if the CPU is compromised. Copy. We'll find out. Asus.com. Support. Come on. Drivers and manuals. Paste. Gaming 4. Okay, so it's a B5500 Phantom Gaming. But I'm not. Is that what the F gaming is? I'm not seeing the word Phantom, just the letter F.
I believe it's. I believe that's what the F is.
Okay. Come on. That looks like it. Are you missing the plastic shroud work that used to go right there?
I don't think it actually came with one. Which,
That's interesting, because they're trying to show us an image. Some of the shroud work on the motherboard is different.
yeah, I think that's probably a different motherboard.
Driver and tools.
Is there like an email account or something you can look in to see what this motherboard is?
No, it says what the name of the motherboard is. We
Oh,
know
the motherboard?
we know what ours is.
Well, I'm wondering if Specky is reading it slightly different.
Interesting.
Well, what I want to do is, they don't have a utility to just do, let me try this. Asus. No, that's it. Let me see if they have a utility that can do the scan for us. Oh, let's do it this way. Let's go motherboards, Asus. Is that considered a tough gaming? Or ROG?
I don't think I know. I don't think it's a tough gaming.
Okay, yeah, so
Yeah, it's neither of those.
Okay, well, here are our options. Republic ROG, the Ultimate Force. It's not commercial. It's an Intel machine, right?
It's AMD.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
AMD platform. So it's a B5500.
Yeah.
Well, B350, B450, and then it goes to C. Tough. Ah, yeah, see the B. So I think it's a tough gaming because that's where I find the B5500. B5500. Darn, that's annoying. Let me go here to go to settings. Edition. Well, that's not going to do it. So there's our processor. It's a Ryzen 7 3700X 8-core processor, 32 gig of RAM, but it's not giving us a motherboard. Let's just go into the BIOS.
Okay.
I don't trust Specky to give us the actual. See, B5500 Phantom Gaming, but the website.
Specky is displaying the one that I. When I purchased it, it was under the same name as what Specky is registering.
Got it. Let me just restart this machine. What key is it? Delete.
Yeah. I usually use F2, but either works.
To get into the BIOS.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's doing an update.
That's interesting.
What's that?
No, I'm just walking back over here.
No, I said what's interesting.
Oh, that's updating. I don't know, maybe an update released yesterday when I didn't really use it.
We gotta wait for this update to finish.
Trying to see what happened. I was looking for news to see what happened down in San Pedro yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was a car show.
Yeah, I just caught the when it first came out. The first news that came out was crazy. They said that multiple gunmen wearing bulletproof vest, open fire. And I'm like, what? And then within an hour, they said, no, it wasn't that. It was an argument broke out at the gun
Right.
show. I don't know how they went from multiple. That sounded like a concerted, like a premeditated.
Right.
San Pedro shooting. I think,
Killed 2 at San Pedro, maybe gang related. 6 injured. Not considered an active shooter incident.
Okay, you say F2.
Oh. The light's flashing, so it should be fine. Yeah.
Oh, I think I missed it. Yeah, we're already gonna boot in the Windows. I didn't see what update that was. It got installed.
Oh, it doesn't appear that the shooting was at the show itself. It was near the car show. The incident started as a dispute between two people near the baseball diamond of the park.
Okay, so we're gonna restart. Well, you said it's F2?
Yeah. It says F2 or delete. I just use F2.
Oh, no, I'm gonna try delete next time. I keep missing it.
Yeah. So sometimes what happens is it doesn't recognize the keyboard until after it's past.
That's
that sequence.
annoying. All right.
Yeah. You can go through the settings to get in, but it's yeah.
So, power supply, other side, all right. That's interesting. Your power supply is tucked in there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, you got access in the front. That's unusual.
It's a weird case.
Yeah. Okay, so let's shut this down. And technically, if we try to turn it back on, it'll screw up, not give us a display, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to turn on. And I'm going to try delete. But this is originally our problem, right? No
Yeah.
display. Okay, so let's just pull this. This is really weird. Okay, let's turn it on. Now let's do delete.
I mean, so far aside from it like bricking, which I think is related to temperature, I haven't. For all these issues, I found a workaround.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, you
But
shouldn't
it's
have
still
to
concerning.
physically unplug your machine to get it to boot again.
yeah.
You know what? This keyboard's got a little. I think the firmware being as old as it is, it's such an old keyboard. Let me get a different keyboard and see if I get better results. Heck. Alright, that's plugged in. Make sure it's. Okay. Okay, so let's try this. Get some sort of IQ error. Yeah, your cooling software crashed on me. Restart anyway.
Hmm.
So let's try delete. Delete, 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 delete.
If this doesn't work, I can use the settings to get to BIOS.
What? That's weird. What settings?
If you go into boot settings, there's a way to get into BIOS from there, like
Yeah,
in Windows.
It's usually one of the F keys. Let me see
Mhm.
what the default BIOS key is for a Asus. Let's see here. Wait, BIOS key, Asus. Yeah, F2. Yeah, okay. I thought you said F12.
No.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get to boot settings because that's how you can get into BIOS from Windows.
Boot. Change advanced startups options.
Yeah, and then if you go to advanced startup,
It's just, oh, restart now. Something? Yeah, F2, alright.
Yeah. So it won't.
Yeah, because it's got that issue. Oh.
Yeah. So I believe. No.
No, yeah, none of this is,
There's a way to get to BIOS.
Yeah.
Go to troubleshoot. And then advanced options.
this is all Windows stuff.
But
No, let's
Okay.
just try, yeah, we just gotta get that key.
okay.
Yeah. Let's do F2, F2. Okay, let's pull this power. Why is the F2 giving me grief? Okay, F2. I don't have an F2 on this keyboard. Well, that's interesting. I pulled the power specifically because I expected this problem.
Yeah.
Now I'm not getting anything. I kind of want to reinstall Windows, but I don't quite want to do that until I get into the BIOS and see what's going on. Let's try this. No, what is... let's see. Oh, it might even be F10. That's part of the problem. We're not. It's different models of motherboard.
You think they just standardize it?
You'd think. It used to be delete back in the 90s when the old stuff was out.
I remember that.
Oh, annoyingness. Well, I restarted and it came back. F2. It's all different. F2, F10. No, F2 is not doing it. Let me try a different keyboard. Some of these keyboards are weird. I don't think I've seen this exact issue. Yeah, that's why this is kind of odd. Well, I've just restarted 3 consecutive times and got video.
Huh.
Okay, so that's plugged in. We're going to do F2 on this keyboard. This is a lot
When you
of
restart, it
When-
doesn't go to video?
Yeah, it usually gets
Like
stuck
that?
on a black screen.
Yeah, it did when I did it, but usually I shut down and then manually start up. So maybe I'm just misremembering.
That's weird. No, that update, I wonder if that update fixed something.
Maybe.
Because I restarted it again. Now we got video.
Oh, you updated the BIOS already?
No, I did some regular, just Windows updates.
Yeah.
Without even trying it, just did them. F2 is not letting me get into the BIOS. That's weird. So your normal restart is also a problem?
It was from what I remember, but I don't
Okay,
usually
because I've
restart.
been restarting it reliably.
Huh. Okay.
Well, so I'm restarting right now. Yeah, we got video.
Interesting.
I don't know what that update was.
Does it still not have video if you shut down?
Let's find out.
F2 is still not letting you into the BIOS. huh?
Correct. That's weird too. I gotta figure out what the exact key is for that. Can you Google that to?
Yeah, it said in the manual it's F2 or delete, but sometimes when it's booting, it doesn't recognize the keyboard while it's asking you to press the button for BIOS.
That's why I hate wireless keyboard. Everyone
Yeah.
insists on getting wireless everything. It frustrates me.
Yeah, I use a wired keyboard and it still
Good.
doesn't recognize.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn it all the way off. I'm gonna unplug it. Turn it on. And then I'm gonna try delete. And we got nothing. That's weird. I pulled the power. So now let's try it again. Oh, did you say you physically had to switch this?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, I just hit the switch because it's the easiest way to shut it off. It's
Right.
easier than unplugging, but
Well, darn. Oh, delete didn't work. But like you said,
What's the other way to get in?
there's a way through the settings in the advanced startup. If you go to troubleshoot, there is an option in one of the menus. I'm forgetting which one.
let's see what updates might not be installed. What do you have on here? Just games?
Mostly games, yeah.
I'm trying to think of what Windows setting might be part of our problem. Okay, so you don't have any more Windows updates available.
That's the lights changing.
Yeah, I want to get to the BIOS, but we're having trouble.
Yeah.
You say you've used F2 and F12? I mean F2 and delete?
Yeah, I've used either, but it. Remember when the lights flash before the lights go away and then it starts working?
Yeah.
During that time is when BIOS wants you to hit the key, but it's not recognizing the keyboard because it doesn't recognize USBs during that.
That's just silly.
Mm-hmm.
How are we supposed to get into the BIOS?
The only way is through the settings menu.
You want to see if you can figure that out? Because
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. You shouldn't have to go through that.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't look like it's going to get you into the BIOS from here.
Yeah, well, this troubleshoot advanced options. I believe it's startup repair.
But all that does is
May not
tweak
be.
with your drive. That does okay.
That might not be the right option. In that menu, there's different options. Yeah, that wasn't the one. I don't think it
Yeah, there's nothing to repair.
was. Yeah.
But all it does is mess with the files on the hard drive. Kind of want to reinstall Windows. That's why I was asking if all you cared about was the.
Yeah, I can just reinstall the games. It's all linked up to accounts in the cloud, so it's not like it lose progress.
Right. You installed on a 2.5-inch SSD?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see it back here. There's some.
Right.
there's some
You
cables.
have the option for an M2, I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
You have two drive? No, one of those is for the IQ hardware that looks it's similarly sized. I went to Scotland a few years ago. That's where yeah.
Those things, they used to be really popular in the 70s. Like,
What?
Those cotton things, you
Oh,
know?
right.
I haven't seen one of those, so that's what attracted my attention. I haven't seen anything like that since I was a little kid. My grandparents used to have stuff like that. You'd bring
Yeah.
back from.
I've been over there twice.
You like it?
Yeah, it was pretty. Two different times a year, winter and summer. That was apparently a warm winter. It was only like 34 at the coldest.
Oh, wow.
Apparently that was a warmer winter.
Were the people pretty nice?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
my
everyone's
buddy
fascinated with the out-of-towner. It's like, touristy. He's got a big giant camera around him.
A friend of mine went there, and he was like, you know, he's his parents, his dad's side is Italian, and he has like big tattoo on his calf with a line of Scotland for
Right.
some reason.
Yeah.
And he said that everything was going fine, and he was having beers with the local guys, and then, you know, one of them noticed the tattoo, and they're like, "Are you Scottish?" He's like, "No," and they're like, and they go
Weird.
They're like, they gave him shit, but he said ultimately it was fine.
Weird. I mean, I got that heritage. That's why I went.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just going straight to Windows. This motherboard's giving me grief.
So it wasn't that setting.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to get us into the BIOS.
There is a way through that menu. I've done it before.
Okay.
But I just clicked the wrong option.
Let me do some more research. Where's
More
my phone?
updates.
Where's my? Oh, there it is. So I can do a little bit more research here.
More updates. Interesting.
How to enter BIOS on a Windows 10 PC?
No,
Navigate to settings?
Asus motherboard. That's what we need.
Asus motherboard.
Yeah.
Through advanced settings, Asus motherboard. Method 2, use of Windows 11 or 10's advanced settings.
Doesn't matter which version of Windows.
Navigate to the advanced startup section. Click restart now under advanced startup header.
Oh, okay.
That's
Click
what I just did.
Troubleshoot.
Mm-hmm.
Click advanced options.
Okay.
click UEFI firmware settings, click
Okay.
restart to confirm.
Yeah, F2.
Yeah, that's the troubleshoot. Advanced options. What was it? Startup settings? Or UEFI firmware settings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if that does it. Yeah, F2. What they're implying is that you're supposed to hold the F2 key, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. Most modern
Ah,
motherboards
that did work. Got it. Okay, so we're in here. What?
Sorry.
Got it. Okay, so 32 gigs of RAM. Okay, we want to see.
Yeah, this says F2 or delete. Should have been the BIOS
Yeah, that
key.
was weird. Have we modified anything? You're not overclocking or anything?
No, no overclocking.
Did Tyler show he didn't?
I'm sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll reduce reliability. Secure boot. Hardware monitor. CPU temperature. CPU fan. Advanced. Oh, ACPI configuration. Let me see what that says. Gonna do any key. What is your PCIe? Can't tell me like that. Okay, so I was screwed with your ACPI settings, which is your power settings.
Okay.
Let me see if that does anything. Oh, let me see. Where is? Here, can you take a picture of this QR code and see if it sends us to our support page?
Sure.
There. Touch the yellow. There you go. So I need to see. Okay, BIOS
Oh.
version.
No, it's the manual.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what version? So it is a B55 Phantom Gaming, so Specky reads it properly.
Yeah, B550 Phantom Gaming 4.
Can you Google what the latest BIOS version is? Because you have version P1.10. I'm going to look that up too, just to see, to make sure we're efficient on time here. Okay, B5500.
Oh, you have to go through the AS Rock website.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it asking you to download a utility?
Support BIOS 2.2.
Okay, so you got an old BIOS version on here.
Okay.
Okay, so let's deal with that. I'm going to take a picture of your configuration now,
Okay.
and then we're going to need a memory stick to create it. We're going to probably put it on this one here.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so we're going to escape out of here. Start changes. Let me escape. Got it. So yeah. Let's see here. Blank screen. No, nothing. Good. So, no display. Let's turn it on. Okay, we got a display. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to the it's a B5500. I'll take a picture.
Yeah. B550 Phantom Gaming 4.
Thank you. Phantom Gaming 4.
Mhm.
BIOS. Okay, good. Supports, okay, good. Now what I need is support. Here, I'm going to put a shortcut here. Good. Support. BIOS. Good. Okay, so 2.2 is what you saw?
Yeah.
Good. Instant flash. Good. Where's the actual file, please? Download global. Good. So now we'll put this on this memory stick. Okay. Good, so now we can get rid of this. Okay. It does say that it gives you improved hardware support by updating.
Okay. That will hopefully fix it then.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that version of the BIOS came out before Windows 11 came out,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to copy this to the memory stick. You see what I'm up to, so you don't necessarily need me again for this. So I downloaded the zip file, and I'm copying it to an empty memory stick,
Okay.
and I'm going to paste it onto that memory stick. Then I'm going to restart, and the utility I need is built into the BIOS
Okay.
with the memory stick plugged in.
Okay.
So now that memory
Wait, say that last part again, Chris.
the file I just downloaded to update it, I just put on the memory stick. I'm leaving it plugged into the drive. I'm going to restart. We got to get into the BIOS and tell it to look at that.
Okay.
And then we should be good. So now we're got that. I also put a shortcut to that support page on your desktop.
Okay, that's helpful. Thank you.
So
Yeah.
when you restart it, how do you get into the BIOS?
Yeah,
using that
you're gonna have to
same-
show me how you did that.
that same method again. Got it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you should be able to go ahead and get it into the BIOS again.
Okay.
I don't even know how you did that through Windows. Because that F key, that D key and the F2 key should not have been a problem. A delete key, I mean. So his BIOS is like a year out of date, at
That's
least.
probably- that could explain some of the other issues.
Right. Well,
That's
Microsoft
probably the
Windows
cause.
11 has only been out a year, so.
Yeah, that's probably like the cause of like all the issues.
Right.
What is? I'm asking a really stupid.
No,
question.
it's all right.
What is a BIOS?
It's kind of the spinal cord. So
It's
if
like
we,
the genetics of the.
yeah, well, it's what connects your toes to your brain. Everything is connected, and that's the cable that, or the circuitry in this case, that
Okay.
makes all that talk to each other.
Got it.
You might have to. Oh no, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So do what you do to get into the BIOS. UEFI firmware settings is how we got into that. Okay. Should not have had to go that route, but so be it.
Yeah. It's. I'm glad that they put in some sort of way to get to BIOS from there.
Well, you shouldn't have had to do that. That's weird. But yeah.
Yeah, it's better to have it than not have it.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the tool, and then
What
we're
is
gonna
this,
go.
Chris? I like this.
What? Oh, the flag?
No, this piece of art.
Oh, that's from a podcaster. Yeah, he personally signed that and sent out a bunch of them.
It looks kind of like Walter White.
That's exactly what that's modeled after.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking for Instant Flash BIOS tool.
I like that light.
Oh, memory stick. Is that in there? Yes, it is.
That's a good light.
Yeah, because a lot of times light that's this tight, you don't get depth with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one of the big knocks on LEDs. You don't get like depth, like range.
Yeah, that's why a lot of like YouTubers, for example, use ring lights because the ring
Yeah.
light's similar to this.
Yeah, I recorded earlier today. I recorded myself tearing into a laptop or putting it back together. That's exactly what that's for.
The ring light gives better depth perception. Is it?
Because it's like,
Oh.
well, first of all, it's just a lot of bright LEDs, so it's good lighting, and also it's light from multiple angles.
'Cause I know, like using LEDs at night, like on a headlamp.
Yeah,
It's
you can't see
things
it.
get like washed out.
Instant BIOS, Instant Flash is not giving me access here. Let's see here.
Oh, you might have to put it in a different port.
Oh, that port. Well, that one's blue. Oh, yeah. The well, it's. Do you have front ports?
Yeah,
These are
there should be two there.
normally there's two black ones for older legacy support, but all of yours are blue. Yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah, I've had some small issues with USB at different times.
That might be what this BIOS updates.
Yeah,
This should not be this finicky.
yeah.
So this is what I'm trying to get, Instant Flash,
Okay.
and it's almost like it's not seeing that memory stick.
Yeah, we might.
But I don't think it's gonna show up by toggling it. Let's see here. Let's go to main and then advanced. And then Super I/O configuration, ACPI storage, onboard devices configuration. And I think that was where we needed to be.
Oh.
Tool and then Instant Flash is not showing up.
Okay, that's that keyboard.
I got 3 keyboards plugged in.
Yeah. Okay, this is the other keyboards.
Just unplug one of the other ones. I'm using this one over here.
Yeah. That one's also blue. Huh.
Yeah, they're all blue. Normally, there's 2 black ones for legacy support.
Yeah.
What's legacy support?
Old, like if I had an old device.
That's the mouse.
Oh, they've changed USB.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of USBs now, even though they're physical. There's like 4 or 5 different versions of the old type. So USB-A is like there's USB 1, 2, 3, and 3.1. USB-C has only been out a few years, but that's the one there. It's physically
A
different.
small one.
Yeah, it's smaller, but it does a lot more and a lot faster. Okay, so
Did you take a
Kingston
magic marker and make it black?
partition
Genius.
boot option advanced.
I have a Sharpie in.
You should work at NASA.
Overclocking, CPU configuration, tweaker. Oh, OC tweaker. That's not gonna have the BIOS update. That's not considered a tweak. Save user default. Can you look up, that is where we were. That's, where's my phone? Let me look up BIOS update for this machine. I can't find the updater. Let's see here. BIOS update. Asus B5500. What is it called? Phantom Gaming?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah, you apparently have a really old version of the BIOS. Let's see here. Question. Does your
Your spine is old.
yeah? Let's see here.
Rip it out. Scorpion. Get over here.
Scorpion wasn't the one who ripped out the spine, though.
Oh, who was that?
It was Sub-Zero.
Oh, Scorpion.
Grabs your head and he pulls your head and your spine with him.
Oh, that's
Scorpion is get over here. He's the guy with the.
right. Yeah, what was his finish? What was his fatality move?
I think he like burns you alive.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, darn. Okay, let's do the update. I have it here. Right. Just show me how to do it. We're almost there. Let's see.
Oh, what is this thing here?
Oh, that's my router.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's a touch screen. You can get other details just touching the screen.
Huh. What kind of router is that?
That's a Unify Alien Amplify. That's what it's called.
What's the best, like, for our house to improve?
Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
What's your square footage?
It's 2,900 across 2 floors.
No, you can get, well, those are expensive. You got to be willing to spend money on, like, that's an enthusiast router. You don't necessarily have to spend that much money. Although, what I'd also recommend is the what's it called? The Aero hardware, which isn't actually that much more affordable. So the Aero is 3 units. One gets plugged in where the internet comes into the house, and then the other 2 are access points. You can also get one of these, which by itself is a very good router, and then you can get another one and do the same thing, but that's going to be over $800.
Yeah, we got these expensive ones
What are they?
several years ago, but they're outdated now. They have like these little antennas coming out all over them.
Well, the good ones I'm thinking of don't. So there's the Netgear Orbeez, which is the competitor, which is almost as good as the Aeros.
Let me see, I'll tell you.
You're going to spend about $600.
Yeah, they were expensive, and they worked good until they didn't.
Well,
Right.
The reason they didn't, there were a couple of reasons. One is one of them when we moved got broken, and nobody took my word for it. But I was like, there were multiple antennas missing.
Oh yeah. Were they snapped off or were they just missing?
One of them snapped off. One of them was unscrewed, and the unscrewed one could have just been screwed back on. But one of them got snapped when we moved, and that's not something you can fix. So we only have one in the house right now.
It's an Asus.
Yeah.
It's an Asus.
Oh,
GT.
please go to the advanced CPU configuration to disable AMD FTM switch. So please go to the advanced CPU configuration, advance, and disable the AMD FTPM. CPU configuration, and then disable the,
Oh, down there.
where? Oh,
The very bottom.
got it. Disable, got it. Well, that's why that was giving me grief. So now if I go to tool,
The 4 flashing lights.
yeah,
Uh,
I just did that.
hmm.
So if I go to advanced, CPU configuration,
Yeah.
AMD switch, oh, maybe I have to hit save. So it's disabled. And then maybe I have to go exit,
Save
save changes and exit.
Okay, and then start it back up. Got it.
That's not even necessary. Yes, okay, good. So now let's see, so we don't have access to the,
Yeah, when we remodel the house and pull the drywall off, I think I'm just gonna run
Ethernet. Yeah, it's cheap enough, and it's not, you don't need a huge amount of skill to do it.
Yeah, I would love Ethernet.
Yeah,
It is. The Wi-Fi in my room is very, very bad generally.
yeah.
Yeah, this thing's an Asus GT-AC5300 is what we have. But
Oh, F2 worked that time. That was weird. Okay, so now we're going to go to advanced. No, tool. Instant flash now is showing up. There, it sees
Yeah.
it.
Update.
Update.
Let's go.
Good.
All right.
yeah, for some reason mine, the one we have, someone told me it's like the old. I know what it was. The Geek Squad came out to get it working, and they said it's like the old. What's it called? The mesh or something.
It's called mesh, yeah.
It's the old.
You don't remember what hardware it was though, huh?
Yeah, it's Asus GT-AC5300.
So that was just one router though, right?
We had two that they were.
Okay.
We
paired
did
up.
have 2.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
We got them. I
4
want to say
years.
2019.
Yeah, okay. So look up Eero, E-E-R-O on Amazon.
E
E-E-R-O.
double E-R-O.
E-E-R-O. So they sell them in 1-pack, 2-pack, and 3-packs. And don't get the smaller pack if you want to make sure it's reliable. Just get the bigger 3-pack.
So let me do it on Amazon.
Best Buy actually has them locally.
You'd recommend them over this thing?
Well, I don't have a problem with this. I've never set this up as a mesh, but of course, I've never had to.
There's a 3-pack Euro for $169.
That's a smaller. That's the smaller package. You should be getting the.
The big
That's
one.
the older one. The 3. Oh, that's the 449. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Huh.
Yeah. It's really easy to set up. You just install the app, you create an account, and you're good.
Interesting. I'll wait till after we do the house.
Right.
Because that
Is your internet sort of in the middle of the house?
comes in, like the house is shaped like this with 2 stories. It comes
Yeah.
in here,
Yeah, right.
and his bedroom's actually in the
Okay.
top
Yeah,
opposite.
But if the
Yeah.
internet, if the router's basically in the middle of the house, do you think it is?
Nah,
somewhere?
router's over here.
Okay,
right,
yeah.
comes in.
So then an extender is probably required.
Yeah. There's the good thing is there's a stairwell
Right.
here that goes up, and it's
Uh-huh.
all open
Yeah.
space, but it's got to go through a bunch of drywall and stuff to get to his room.
Right.
Which is why I want wired.
Yeah. No, I think just do it wired. If we're gonna pull the drywall off, we may as well, because we're gonna have to rip out a lot of the drywall anyway.
So far, so good. 75%. But yeah, I love this router. I just haven't had an opportunity to try extending it with another one. So you could get the extender package, where the second one is just a brick with no window. But you can also buy the retail other one that's by itself and set it up as a extender, so that your extender also has a window.
That's cool.
So you could be in the other room and still be able to check out all this stuff. Like I got a total of 6 devices. 3 of those devices are on the Wi-Fi. And then I got 3 hardwired devices.
We need something that my wife can't figure out how to use.
Well,
She
I can
wants
tell
to
you
get
this.
hostage.
So this is an advanced, like an enthusiast router, but you can set it up easily. You just get the app and you set it up after you plug it in.
That's the problem. Because my wife will try to get the kids off of technology, and then I get up
How-
the next day and have to go to work.
Is he the oldest?
Nah, he's oldest.
Okay.
Youngest is 12.
Okay, yeah. So this, you can literally hit the pause button and shut the house down.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. She does that, and she
Yeah.
shuts me down at work.
Well, you can do it individually. So I'll show you on my phone. Where's my phone? Hey, so what did I just do with my
In
phone?
theory, we can do that on this thing. It's just the UI's.
No, okay,
Not
so this
easy.
UI is really easy. So if we go to Amplify,
Amplifies what that thing is.
yes. So there's my devices. So let's just say see there's a pause button next to each device.
Oh,
You just shut one device down.
oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay. It said
Whoa.
it was successful and
good.
press enter to reboot.
Can you hit
So
enter?
I hit enter,
Good.
and the lights are still like that.
Well, let's see what happens here. Be patient. Let it reboot totally.
I'll just go for it.
Because it's not necessarily done doing the BIOS update.
The lights are pretty.
Yeah, right.
Under what conditions was it getting hot, Q?
Existing.
And so, it's hot. You're defining hot as being what?
54 Celsius, which when previously under the same conditions it was running at 42. So I mean I'm just going to
12 degrees Celsius hotter. That's what, about like 480 Fahrenheit or something?
not quite that.
I wonder if it's the BIOS though.
Well, that's what we're trying. Let's see here. That is weird. That didn't seem to fix that.
So let's start off bad, but then they should blink. Yeah.
It's blinking. There. That's really weird. Well, now what's it doing? It just gave. Weird.
There you go.
Oh, good.
So now it's starting, but the lights are still on.
Well, it might still be doing the BIOS update.
Yeah. Yeah, now the lights are off. It's booting up.
Yeah, let's do a full reboot and see how it performs.
This little face comes on and just says, "I quit." And it goes out.
All right, let's.
Maybe it's become sentient.
Okay.
Okay, let's restart and see if the BIOS updated. Okay, it looks like that F2 is going to work. Good. BIOS version 2.2.
Okay.
Okay, so the BIOS has been updated.
Now, if we go back to advanced, we should probably turn back on the
Yeah.
in CPU.
CPU and then FTP switch.
Oh,
it defaulted back
yeah,
on.
It defaulted back. Interesting.
Huh.
Oh, while we're here,
Yeah.
I think I'd like to check the temperature.
I don't know if that's going to give us accurate numbers because it's sort of in like an idle mode.
Yeah.
It's not working very hard in the BIOS.
Yeah.
We're going to have to like run YouTube or something.
Yeah.
in Windows.
Okay. Well, save.
Let's go do safe. Can we do safe load safe defaults? Yeah, UEFI defaults. Yes. In case there's something in here that's weird. Good. Now click exit.
Okay. We're in exit.
Oh, this exit here.
Yeah.
Oh, save and
Right.
exit. There, over here. Yeah. Okay, don't touch it. Let's see if it goes to Windows.
What's up with the hourglasses?
Oh, those are just timers. I thought they were cool, and they're only like 15-minute or 10-minute or half hour long.
Oh, okay, got it. 10.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. It is cool.
I was trying to help myself with timing because I get distracted easily. What I need is a nice clock.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so it rebooted. We got a display.
It's interesting.
I still
Would it
kind of want to
normally
read.
died when that happened?
Hmm?
Would it have blanked out when that happened or no?
Yeah, we're not supposed to
Usually-
reliably restart. It's been giving us black screens. Normally, if we restart, it gets a black screen. Okay, so we got that. We got a good restart. Let's restart it again. Okay, it rebooted with a screen.
Good.
Yes.
It's progress, right?
Mm-hmm. That's important.
Yeah, so that BIOS probably had something to do with that. Okay, so now let's turn it off and back on without unplugging it. Shutting all the way down.
And this is where normally you would
Would-
have to.
Yeah.
Well, not right here, but once we start it back on, normally that's
Yeah,
where.
so this is where we would expect it to get stuck.
Oh,
Does it
I
work?
saw it flash.
Yep, up. So we
Okay.
got a display.
All right, perfect.
I think that BIOS update might have been it.
I think that was it.
That's good.
Yes.
Right. Now there's just the temperature thing.
Let's do you have a game loaded on here? Can you get it going?
Yeah.
And see if we can get the temperatures up? Yeah. So play for 5 minutes and see if we can run Specky.
What are you playing, Duke Nukem?
Yes,
Here's a game we grew up.
Like Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah. What about the first version of Doom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my brother.
My first computer came with that.
I remember in the 90s in college, there was this Dungeons and Dragons video game where you. It was kind of like. It was sort of a cross between kind of a first person shooter game,
Right.
but then there were like puzzles you had to figure out. You know?
Oh, right.
It was good, but then like. I played this thing for months. I played it for my entire senior year. And I
Right.
get to the very end, and I'm supposed to fight this dude who's like the head bad guy.
Yeah.
And it's like his thing is he turned into a dragon,
Right.
and you'd have to defeat him. And it glitched out. It just glitched out. And every time I would get to the point of defeat, it would glitch out. And I was
Right.
like, that's it, I'm done. It's like Donkey Kong has that, like a glitch in it like that, where you can do everything right and it still would glitch out on you. And
Right.
It's not letting me alt tab to see other things. It's forcing me into the game.
So you got something else that's not working?
No, I just haven't.
You don't have your custom keyboard, so you're a little distracted.
No, that's not it. I just think that. Yeah, it's just a problem with how that game is set up with the program that runs it. Okay, so if I open Specky, I'll use a different game that I actually know will work.
you ever seen that documentary? I think it's called The King of Kong. It's great. It's about this guy. I think his name's Steve Weeby. And he devotes himself to like breaking the world record in Donkey Kong.
Oh, really?
It is really good. I think it's either on Netflix or Prime. It's good. It's a good documentary.
I'll just go to YouTube for now.
Yeah, I won't give it away. It's good. It's well done. It's
Sweet.
like the high drama of a professional video game. You know, like classic arcade game playing. Which game are you getting into?
I'm just pulling up a random YouTube video right now. I'm gonna test that first. So, yeah, it's running at 52, playing a YouTube video and nothing else.
Is that, yeah. So what's our goal?
Before it was at like 42 to 44 when playing just a video like this.
Okay. So it's running a little warm.
Yeah, it's running.
Is that why that's red? No. Oh, okay.
No, probably. No, the reason that's red is I changed the color of the lights.
Ah, yeah, because I know red is also an air color on those IQs.
Yeah. Here, let's see.
Can you run the IQ software? You have it running, right?
IQ software.
Yeah. Just type IQ. ICU. Yeah. ICUE.
Oh, I see.
There, yeah, run that. Let's see what those look like. See, there's some numbers here. Go to your dashboard. Your dashboard doesn't have it. It's not set up. Click apply. There. Okay. Your RAM. There. You're okay. So you're 43 over there.
Interesting.
So there's a sensor underneath that hardware, so that's going to be your most accurate number. Specky.
Yeah,
Let's
so
see
if I see
if that-
what Specky says. Specky
Yeah.
might just be wrong.
Right, that was kind of my
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Huh.
The numbers aren't quite exact, but they're similar.
Interesting.
But that's interesting. So yeah, but I think the IQ hardware, the sensors are going to be more accurate.
Okay.
Um,
So if I
Specky has more hard software to run through.
right. Okay. So I'll just put this. Yeah. So it is. IQ is displaying that it's at 52,
Right.
which is weird. But no, it is lowering.
Don't those run a little hotter though? Didn't we?
Well, AMD's always have had a history of running a little hotter than Intel. Let me see what a typical temperature is for a.
So
It's
now
a.
it's at 46, which actually is around where it was before.
Which chip is it? It's the Ryzen AMD.
Is this a bathroom, Chris?
Oh, do you want the bathroom? No, that's my closet.
Oh, okay.
Do
No,
you
no,
need
no,
it?
no, I'm just curious.
Oh no, we have a communal bathroom in the back.
Okay.
So now it seems to be running fine, actually.
Okay.
Which is very weird.
Well, we did an update. That's a big update.
Yeah, that is probably why. Okay.
What? Let me see. What typical temperature? What temperature
So if I run
should
a full on.
my Ryzen?
I don't remember. We looked at this. I want to think it was something like 59, 58.
No, that's.
Okay, so as long as it's actually, I googled it. As long as it's below 90, so it's a hot
Okay.
running CPU.
Yeah, okay. So I'm booting up a game right now.
So that, I guess 50 some odd
Yeah.
Celsius
I guess
is
it's
going to be fine.
Okay.
You ought to try playing an AC/DC video. I bet it would heat up. Especially Bon Scott.
Oh, game.
Cool.
Yeah. Just alter for them. Okay, sure. Okay. Thank you.
I think we're good, right?
Yeah, it seems to be good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Just gonna put this-
seeing us on short notice. Chris.
Yeah. Well, that's how I operate. I just invite you over as long as I'm not stuck doing house
Oh
calls.
shoot! I gotta go get my wallet. I'll be right back.
You can pay me by Zelle if you want. With your phone. Okay.
I'll get wrong guy.
All right.
back. I can do a credit card.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. There we go. I told you to put those screws in your pocket, right?
Yeah, I got them right here.
Good.
Oh, I should put on the front panel first, actually.
Oh,
Otherwise, I
right.
won't be able to get it on.
Here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have to set this.
Here, I'll hold that. So don't scratch it because it's real glass.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I love this router. I
Yeah.
just haven't had an opportunity to set it up in a really large house yet because I tend to stick with the arrow because that's just what I have good luck with.
I see. Here. Well, first of all,
You're
just shove this down.
Yeah. Cool. That's the BIOS, so now you know how to do that. Check on that every year, once a year. You should expect a new version. That's the Ethernet. You're gonna have to push that key. Here.
Yeah.
Just pull all these USBs out, and then pinch that Ethernet, and then we're good. Push it down. Yeah. That is a weird case.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Oh, I have it upside down. That would explain it.
Oh.
Oh, you need the number.
Yes, please. I can take it manually. Almost. 100. There we go. Almost ready.
All right.
Save. I'll just take what's
4147.
There we go. 414. We're not live. Don't say your numbers out, right? I don't know if I.
Got it.
I don't even know if we're live yet. 41. And then the date is and then
90266.
sign with finger.
All right.
So go to YouTube and see if you like that. I love this router. So
Yeah, for sure.
or go to or Arrow's my really the more common go-to for exactly what you need.
Oh, no, okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. Like,
Cool. It's called an Alien Amplify.
Alien Amplify. Okay. Like that's the same Alien.
It's not Alienware.
It's not.
No, that's not a Dell product.
Gotcha.
Oh, where did you put the? Oh, over there.
What? Oh, the glass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Not that much.
Yeah.
That wasn't.
No, you're not nearly as dirty as you think. I mean, you're not nearly as dirty as some other machines that come in here.
Could you just hold this here?
Yeah, that's a.
Just press right there. Yeah, that's good.
Have you had more than one motherboard in this case?
No, just this one.
Well, that's interesting. Your back panel here looks implies that you'd have because you don't have ports right there.
Yeah, it's a weird case.
Well, this back plate usually comes with the motherboard
Mm-hmm.
because it can be different for any motherboard.
Right. It came with the case though, which was
All this was bought during the height of the pandemic.
Got it.
So stuff was
Right.
weird. Did you get your power?
yeah. I have it around my neck.
Got it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
We'll see you again.
Yeah.
Hopefully not too soon.
No problem. Thank you. No offense taken.
Good seeing you. Hope
Yeah,
we'll
you
see
too.
again. I like your new place, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I do too. I feel I'll spend probably tomorrow, if I don't have any house calls scheduled, to get rid of the floor clutter.
Now that I know you do house calls, next time we have like an issue, like if we could go that route or with that route or whatever,
Right.
I'll call.
Yeah.
it.
But I'm pretty confident you guys are smart. You guys probably won't even need
He
my
will.
help. Yeah.
Once he goes off to college.
All right.
See ya.
Thank you. All righty. Well, there we go. All right. Thanks for showing up. I'm going to take off. There. You just saw a diagnosis of some sort of random issues. It turns out a BIOS update turned to fix a machine so that it can more reliably restart, turn on, and turn off. If you've never been here before, my name is Chris. Show up in the YouTube chat, say hi on Facebook, or give me a phone call at 855-434-8787. You don't see my face right now because my camera is broken. I'll be back probably tomorrow. Don't know exactly what time. I try to show up Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, 10 a.m. Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. I'm going to